it is that time of year. Changing seasons. Perhaps you've seen it, maybe even felt it in the evening air. Summer's on its way out and fall is just around the corner. Hi there, Grant McComey here, your host for Travel Oregon's Grant's Getaways. One of the surest signs of the changing seasons for me, the uptick in coastal salmon fishing adventures, and that's where we're headed this week. Coos Bay, Oregon, where a community effort to restore a salmon run is providing outstanding outdoor recreation. Come on along as we see what it takes to catch huge, hungry Chinook salmon.
It's about 3 miles up the river.
The downtown streetlights sparkle when you go first light fishing on Coos Bay. It takes only minutes to reach the salmon-rich waters,
We're gonna fish this rod.
marked by fog-shrouded silhouettes who show off what guide Rick Howard promised.
Come on back right here. Yeah.
There are big fish on an early morning bite.
Nice fish, nice fish. Now wind. When he stops, you wind.
Gene Kastner's Chinook is a dandy.
Lift. Right in there. Good job. Good job.
Howard promises even more to come. To catch one takes a plug-cut herring on a 5-foot leader plus a 4-ounce lead sinker. All of it trolled just off the estuary bottom on a falling tide.
Fishing it at the right speed, at the right depth, making sure that the baits are clean and don't have human scent on them.
This is September in Coos Bay, where the downtown salmon run has begun.
Basically, this is where Coos River starts, and it goes on up, and so these fish are coming up and smelling, making sure this is their home water. Got him, fish on. This is probably the most productive place to be fishing on those fish.
State fishery biologist Tom Rumreich agrees that the Coos Bay salmon fishery is one of the most productive in Oregon.
Wow, that's a lot.
After all, he helped build it that way. You see, Tom helps the local Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife STEP, or Salmon Trout and Enhancement Program, that uniquely brings together thousands of local volunteers, businesses, and even school children to raise money, build hatcheries, and do the heavy lifting to bring back a basin-wide fall Chinook salmon run.
It's unique from the standpoint of how many people come and work together for the commonality of putting more fish out here for everyone.
A lot of pride.
Very definitely.
There's good reason to be proud when you consider the Coos River Basin stream legacy that somehow survived old logging practices called splash damming. Temporary wooden dams collected logs, and then in a heartbeat they were broken open to quickly move the big timber downstream to Coos Bay's mills. The practice began in the 1800s and didn't end until 1958. And after nearly a century, the damage to salmon runs was devastating.
Biologists prior to me coming here said that you could walk up some of these rivers and not find a 5-gallon bucket of gravel in any of these rivers. And so some of the biologists back then said that the Coos Fall Chinook went from perhaps even 100,000 strong to extinction.
Today, it's a different story. STEP volunteers raise more than 2 million baby salmon. Each spring, even more volunteers gather for fin clipping parties. Each clip removes the adipose fin and marks the fish's hatchery origin.
Those kids have held with their hands adult Chinook. They've spawned them. They've clipped the fins and sent them down the raceway. That's going to be something that's going to stick with them for the rest of their life. The community has all put their hands into this project. And to see all those fish out there, they're all reaping the rewards of that effort. So it's pretty rewarding.
Back on Coos Bay, the rewards are shared with thousands of anglers. Rick Howard says more than 11,000 fall Chinook were caught by sport fishermen last year. They spent nearly $3.5 million in the local community. So, no surprise, the project's support has been widespread and remarkable.
Well, they see the benefit. They not only see the benefit of being able to catch the fish, but they see the benefit on the educational side, and they see the benefit on the resource side as far as people buying all their fishing gear. This has been a real benefit to the community.
Big fish. It is a big fish. It's also a whole lot of fun.
Amazing to see all these people out here enjoying themselves in a great place, in a great community.
Yeah, lift him up here and we'll see if we can scoop.
That fish got big.
That's a big fish.
Perfect.
That's a dandy. Coos Bay salmon.
Perfect.
Well, I have to admit, I was thoroughly impressed and pleased to see so much energy and enthusiasm to bring a salmon run back from the brink of extinction. And not just a hatchery program, but tremendous effort to restore wild salmon in the rivers as well. We have all the details, directions, and the contact information so you can make your own downtown salmon fishing adventure right here on the Travel Oregon website. So be sure and check it out. Until next week, get out here and explore the great Oregon outdoors and let Travel Oregon be your guide. For Travel Oregon, I'm Grant McComey.